you know, 7-pound dog. So it's nothing to go with the baby.
Okay. Just offering in case.
But I will take you up on that. Yeah. Great Western this year. Yeah. We'll definitely come by the booth and you can watch the baby.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
The baby.
He'll probably be walking by then too.
He'll be 9 months old, so potentially, yeah.
We could go on a walk.
He'll probably go on a stumble, and you'll be walking.
You'd be surprised, man. My kid was running at 8 months. Running.
Oh my goodness.
He was very sure-footed. Don't kid yourself.
I'll be right back.
They stumble around for like 2 weeks, and then they're like world-class sprinters.
Well, and he's got a big head, so most of his sprinting is going to be sprinting forward.
Well, you get that forward momentum.
Mari, you look like you're in that summer shock state that you haven't. Have you gone back to summer school yet?
No, I had a training all day today, but I'm sick. So
oh no!
Sinus, whatever going on. So just like feel half asleep, but yeah.
But not the COVID, I hope.
No, I don't think so. Just like sinus pressure.
Oh, you know what? I got this. The doctor says I have this viral infection, and I've had it. I still have it, and this is going a month now. But I'm just
probably because we've all been so isolated, we haven't been catching the normal stuff and building up our normal immunities.
Right. So yeah,
you're still sick, Ivar?
Yes. I mean, not crazy sick, but like it kind of comes and goes.
Do they say you're still contagious?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess I could go to the doctor and find out, but it's a viral infection, so I don't know if those stay. You know.
What's contagious. The name of the virus?
I can't remember what the doctor told me it was called. It had a bunch of consonants in it.
Ivaritis?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was. He says it's going around. It says it usually lasts two or 3 weeks, but like it's past that for me. I mean, it's not. It's gotten a lot better, but like I still have the sinus thing going. So.
Is it gonorrhea persiflage?
There you go.
Gonorrhea persiflage.
That's right. Expialidocious.
Right.
Is the big word rhino in front of it?
Yeah.
Rhinovirus?
No.
Versus elephant virus? Okay, so who's running Samara tonight? Keep her in the background.
I have her character sheet.
Okay.
All right. So that's good because we probably will need her.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you guys are just about to have an intense conversation with Zarel and Despater. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
just
gonna be great.
Just. We need Asborn's charisma. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, you're fucked.
Well, I thought Asborn was the charismatic one.
Yeah, but it's in charge. But it's being run by a child.
Okay. So what we need to do is we need to have Thyson whisper in Asborn's ear what he needs to say. What she needs to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then Asborn says it. Or, I messages it into his brain. Her brain.
Probably can hear all that going on, so probably won't do us any good.
Oh. Well,
they are demons, and we are in hell. So, they probably hear it all in their head and go, I can hear you guys telepathically, so just knock it off.
I don't think they can necessarily hear our telepathic communication between each other.
Really? Really?
Maybe not. Probably not. Most likely not.
Jason
can, and Jason runs them.
10 gold pieces say they're going to hear everything we're doing.
All right. But only if it's out loud. See, I'm saying if we do stuff.
No, I think anything.
We still have that telepathic bond going, as far as I remember.
Yeah, and they can hear it.
We weren't. No, they can't hear the telepathic bond.
Jason, tell her.
All right.
I claim the sexy fifth. The sexy
Yeah.
My
fifth.
10 gold pieces. My
1, 2,
10
3,
gold
4, 5.
says my 10 gold pieces says they can't hear our telepathic bond, and your 10 gold pieces says they can hear our telepathic bond. We will
Plead
see
the
who
fifth
wins
100 times.
in game.
Nothing like a bet before TPKs. I'm just saying. And on that,
Hey!
and just like that, we're back, folks. How are you all doing? We're still missing Samara. It turned out her vacation took a little extra time than she reconnoitered. So we'll make sure to use her as a meat shield for the duration of the session today. As you know, things are always fun and interesting when you're in hell, as Tobias likes to remind us as we get together. Evidently, there's a bet. 10 gold, they can hear us. 10 gold, they can't. When it comes to telepathy. The all-knowing, the all-seeing, the all-expecting Zarel and Despater, as you guys are about to get these two into a room and work out a pact, work out a deal, which I think was based on the fact that Dyson cast a wish when we were last together to undo the containment of Zarel, that the
Super
Chained
cool.
Oblivion had influenced the Watchers of the Rubric to keep Zarel chained up and imprisoned. Holy shit.
Now,
It's been a
Thyson,
few
that's
weeks.
a spell that you have,
I know,
right? You
right?
can cast it many times, or once a day, or once a week, or what's...
Well, and it gets
often
more
can you cast
dangerous
that?
the more often he uses it too, I think.
Is it?
Like it can cause irreversible damage to the known universe of the timeline.
Space-time continuum.
The space-time
Yeah, so
continuum.
what we need to do is we need to cast that in those little balls that Thyson can hand out, and then we need to sell wishes. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
She
kidding.
wants
So
to
yeah,
break
like-
the universe.
Yeah, like 180 million wish balls later, the entire universe turns into a giant gravity well, and it just goes swirls like a toilet rim.
Like a giant black hole.
Right.
That's okay. We'll just cast wish and wish it undone.
And then heal it to death.
And then heal it to death. I
That's
still
right.
maintain.
I still maintain that you can heal a
undead.
zombie to death.
Heal undead to death. You should be able to.
Oh, the inner workings of the nightmare that are these people. Thyson, are you here yet? Asborn, are you here yet? You're muted. So you're either eating, pooping, peeing, or watching inappropriate videos would be my
Or
guess.
making a
I
steak.
mean, you could just say making steaks.
Oh. Making mistakes.
Dropping a growler.
Well, hopefully
You
not.
know.
Dropping a growler.
Why? Why? I mean, it was bad enough. He already mentioned the pooping.
No, I know. I went over that. I always got to go overboard. You know that.
You always got to go overboard. You got to take it one step.
Oh, wait a minute. You're the captain of overboarding.
I'm back.
That's true.
Finished.
Okay, thank you.
Did you finish making your steak, Asborn?
Not steak this time. Just cooking rice.
Oh, just rice?
Oh,
Just rice.
just
Must
rice?
be a budget. Must be a budget week.
Yeah.
Well, he is back at home.
Are you back at home?
Maybe.
Asborn?
School's over, isn't it?
Someone was telling me. No, I'm back home. I'm eating like my mom's cooking something. I don't know what it is. That's why I'm just cooking rice for
Oh,
now.
man. Mom's cooking's always the best.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thyson, you with us yet? Or are you still doing schoolwork? Or he's probably, what is he doing? There he is.
Playing a game of League. Hold on.
Come on, get out of your game. Come on.
Playing Game of League.
Game of League.
Always
Is
falling
that
back
that
to
car soccer game?
That's Rocket
Yeah, I
League.
think it's totally soccer.
Oh, that's
playing-
Rocket League. I'm so
That's
sorry.
Rocket League. He's playing
Yeah.
League of Legends. The worst
Yeah.
Kids play that Rocket League shit all the time.
No, he's
Hey,
playing
that's
League
honestly
of Legends.
much better than League of Legends.
Oh, okay. How about
the
Legends
most
of
part.
Leagues?
Legends of Leagues.
Yeah, that one's
Fantastic
really
game.
good.
The
Yeah.
Chinese knockoff. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Chinese knockoff.
it's great, but then it shuts your computer down with a virus.
Yeah.
I like the Chinese knockoff for WoW. It's just you play a game called Mom.
Yeah. And spelled backwards, it's
Introverted.
mom.
And it's just Mom. Holy bucket. So, everybody, we're back. This is kind of the typical schedule we keep during the summer because people go on trips and all that fun stuff. But we are on our 101st session, our 81st
God,
Twitch session today.
jeez.
And I would say that with the, with what's going to probably transpire tonight,
Oh, don't jinx that.
We'll all be dead. This will be the last game. We're in hell, and we're going to talk to.
I
two
would say we
devils.
are definitely, now that the reveal has been done, that the Chained Oblivion seems to be the main culprit, and that those other nefarious foes called Zarel and Despater have been fooled as well. I would say, as of now, we are now in the final stretches of the main arc. As the main arc is clearly being kicked off. As far as this story is concerned, now that there's been some clarity over who's actually doing all this, including the different nefarious individuals involved, Shulaman and Tyrling, and Qualish, all of which have been corrupted by the Chained Oblivion. And Qualish is, well, Samara called it dead on last session when she was convinced that Qualish was somehow the big bad. And he kind of is in this one, based on the corruption that occurred. So, yeah, we are in, I would say,
Man,
we've got a
could've
milestone coming up, and we've got some. Yeah, if you killed Qualish at the very beginning,
could have killed Qualish at the very beginning.
Could have accidentally killed him a bunch of times.
Jason. Hey, Jason, can I just tell you something?
what?
Look, if you don't want every one of your games from now on to start with, oh, hey, here's the guy who's going to introduce you to the adventure. Kill him! Kill him now! You better, tamp that down a little bit. Or no, we'll never go on another. We'll just kill everyone that brings up anything.
Well, to be
Wait,
fair,
NPC, kill him.
Wait, Ivar, we
Yeah.
need to do that on Mondays. Every NPC we come
Oh, yeah.
across, we need to kill.
Hello,
And have Willa
hello,
eat.
good citizens, kill him!
I've created murder hobos. This is great.
We should have killed that magic
And then-
user before he left. He's going to be the big bad. He's Vecna. We just let Vecna go.
We probably did just let Vecna go.
We just let Vecna go, right?
We just let
We
Vecna
did.
go.
We
Probably.
just did
I
that.
Probably
don't
did.
purposely create this much paranoia. They somehow come by it naturally.
What
Probably did.
are you talking about, sir?
Oh my
You
God, that's
100% do. I was never this paranoid until I started playing games.
So with that, hopefully Samara will be back next week. I suspect she will be. We will be taking the 4th of July this year is 2 weeks Monday. So probably won't be any Pike's Promise on that Monday, but Pike's Promise will be back next Monday, as we took this Monday off because we had a very long Father's Day event and we were wiped. I was wiped.
Oh my gosh, I was so
It
tired.
was a lot of walking, a lot of doing, and courtesy of my lovely, lovely son who plays Tyson, gave me an excellent and most cool Father's Day gift where we all got together as a family and went to Disneyland for the day on Sunday. It was an absolute blast.
I'll post pictures in Discord.
Yeah, I took some really good video clips of Star Wars Land because I love that place lit up at night. It's just so cool. All the lights and all the bulbs and everything. So Monday night, Pike's Promise. Tuesday, Denizens and their Masters. And then I run a lot of pay-to-play tables now, so I'm not doing nearly as many homebrew pop-up sessions when it comes to creative sessions. I'm usually writing too much or, doing a lot of background work with potential players. I would also Sunday, Debtor's Gambit is done for the summer. We're now playing New Greyhawk Vice, a 1980s interpretation of the world of Greyhawk, run by Vince, which is lots of fun. And then Saturdays over at D&D Club, The Greying Lands, the adventures of the Grey Guardians. And we're coming up on a pretty interesting interaction with that group as they take on the salvation and finding of the Stygian Temple and protecting the Valley of Death from the effects of the Stygian Swarm. So that should be a lot of fun as well. But on that note, let's go ahead and recap. We skipped a week, so we can go back a bit. The team found the gateway to Avernus, a secret portal that was constructed underneath an old estate run by a very kind of eccentric wizard. The house itself was stolen by unknown parties, possibly because they thought the house itself was the portal. Turns out that the portal was actually subterranean in an old excavation pit that was found by some individuals that were working for the Zehefe Uladan and those trying to figure out what had happened to the house. The team encountered a strange demon-like creature, which they chased down into the subterranean caverns and then found the portal and passed through. They then made their way across the wastes of Avernus, a blasted landscape of the dead, the dying, the trapped, the souls being snuffed out and turned into rare currency called soul coins. Team made its way through the capital city of Avernus. Here they found information and access to the Despater Gates, otherwise known as the Gate of Bones. They made their way and discovered that Despater was in a bargaining mood. It seemed that a ill-fated attempt to try to pull out the son of Despater from Thyssen's existence seemed untenable, unable to do it. The team was then, well, a bargain was struck. Sort of a bargain was struck. The team made their way back up to Avernus to try to find out how they could destroy Zarel. When they entered the most inner sanctum of Zarel's throne room, they noticed something was odd. That illusionary magic, false magic, and other things, including a little goblin behind the black curtain and kind of producing
wearing tiefling horns.
Yeah, kind of producing this strange kind of Wizard of Oz routine for the team. They then found that Zarel had been captured in the rubric itself. The Illithid minders or Illithid watchers hooked up to an ancient machine that was designed by the now corrupted Qualish. As it would seem, the Qualish somehow is actually at the center of all of these occurrences. However, at the end of the session, Thyssen, not seeing any physical way to undo the machine, came up with the idea of trying to get Zarel and Despater to agree upon a pact and possibly leverage these two in a way of dealing with what is now beginning to look like the effects of the Chained Oblivion, or whatever might be corrupting Qualish at this point. So where we last left off, Thyssen had just concluded casting his wish spell. The Illithid creatures turning to ash, their connection to the rubric falling to the wayside, a massive grinding noise as the chained contraption lowered to the floor and fell into dozens of pieces. And there, the tortured face, the skeletal demonic creature hunched over and now pulling itself up to full height as its massive black and gold wings unfurl and furl back behind its back. Zarel looks at each one of you. And as she does, this almost immediate sense of foreboding overwhelms the room until her gaze rests upon Thyson. And as it rests upon Thyson, there's confusion on her face. At this point, Samara is nearly in a comatose state, being so close to something that's perceived at this level of malignancy and nefarious kind of evil intent. But all of you are now watching as Zarel just sits there at first on her haunches, kind of rising to her normal standing position. And you could just hear her kind of whispery voice kind of echo between all of you. Perhaps this other form would be more appreciated. And you watch as an energy kind of unwraps around her. And there's merely just a very simple human woman with long brown hair, brown eyes, wearing just kind of very homespun farmer attire. Very kind of obviously designed to placate your visual senses. But she can't do much for the voice as she just kind of flourishes and goes, "How's this? Is this better?" Good. Who do I owe the pleasure of freeing me from this space? Who are you? And what do you want?
We're the Storm Chasers?
It's a strange name. I would imagine you could just stand still and let the storms come to you. But what do I know?
We like chasing them.
Clearly, it's led you down here.
I'm looking at Thyson.
Should we call your dad?
Thyson. Thyson. In his brain. Thyson.
What do you want? What?
Dispenser. Or do we need to call your dad? Do we? I mean, he's talking. Zarel? Yeah. I don't want to get eaten.
Oh, I don't eat people.
That was all in his head.
I eat
Without
just
character.
so.
Yeah, she goes, I don't eat people.
I'm a cat?
But you don't look like a cat, do you?
Oh, right. Oops.
Okay, you owe me 10 gold pieces, Fire.
You watch as Zarel cocks her head and goes like this, and all your illusionary effects for all of you just drop away.
Oh, you didn't break my ring. Did you break my ring? I'm looking at my ring. Did she break my ring?
No, it looks like she just dispelled its effect for now.
I liked my fire hair.
I just would like to know who I'm talking to. I'm not usually in a position like this, where I owe a bit of a debt to those that freed me. So,
well, we're trying to go after the person who's put you there. So
yes, I would very much like to see his head on a pole as well. That would be lovely.
Seems for the moment
Maybe you can
we're
give
all on
me
the
like a
same
demonic
team.
rifle that could kill him, and I could make that happen.
or
Are
sword.
we on the same team? Is
Well,
that
we
how
have the
you
same
think
goal.
goals can be accomplished without teams?
Are you strong enough to defeat the person who imprisoned you right now on your own?
Mara, don't insult. This is in her head. Don't insult the demon.
Not insulting.
Yes.
I'm trying
Yes,
to.
Mara, don't insult the demon.
I'm
Now,
not
you owe me 10 gold pieces, Fire. Pay up.
Damn it!
the one.
Thank
And with that,
you.
you watch as
Well.
Zarel just like snaps her fingers, And Mara's now just kind of a goldfish flopping on the ground.
Don't do that.
See, Mara, what did it say? Can we not have her be a goldfish?
Hey, put her back. She's my second in command, please.
Can we, please?
Zarel snaps her fingers again, and Mara's back up in her normal form.
Thank you.
I was simply trying to explain that we can work together.
Yes, you were gaslighting me. I understand what you were doing. We do that down here. It's a special park that we use to cause the souls to suffer. We spend hours and hours telling them what they should or shouldn't do. Yes,
fair enough.
It's a very unique form of torture.
Yeah.
Some attribute it to the strange things that you do up on land called marriage and couples and relationships, I believe. We see a lot of those types of people down here, so we put them to work. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've heard of the 3 rings of marriage, right? There's the engagement.
No, I've only
ring.
ever heard of the 9 levels of hell. That will do nicely.
Okay, well, there's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering.
Suffering.
She looks at you, almost like she's calculating what you just said. That is good. That is good. I will add that to the pit suffering that we do. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just trying to help.
Now, who the fuck are you really? And why do one of you smell like that fucking bastard Despader? The one there with the horns.
So we are the storm chasers. That is what we call ourselves.
I'm fire.
We've been fighting what we thought was you for, I don't know, a year.
I have been in this rubric for some time, yes.
And,
And I suppose it
not.
equates to the amount of time you would call a year in your space.
Yeah, well, we
long has it
came
been
to put
down
you in
here?
that thing, actually, but then we found out you were already in it, and it wasn't you that was doing this to us, so we kind of find
Can we
ourselves...
put the Chained Oblivion in that?
we got
I don't
something
think
that
it-
can work.
It was a prison, I believe, that was specifically designed for me somehow.
So no.
Originally, Despader tried to put me in it some millennia ago, but I avoided that pitfall as well. This one kind of snuck up on me. I didn't realize that Chained Oblivion, as they are known in your world, possess such unique attributes as to do this to me. The Chained Oblivion, of course, is not a real creature or a sentient thing. It is more like a giant ball of corrupted emotions, if you get my meaning. Have you heard of the 7 attainments?
No.
Sin, gluttony. Yes.
Yeah, we've heard of those.
Yes. Well,
I've checked most of
something
those off.
Different. they're called something different topside.
They're called sins back where we're at, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Well. You
Figure, flip it onto here. It's bad.
Well, you
What's bad's
humanoids
good, good's
tend
bad.
to create unusually difficult layers in between your existence, so I guess I understand that. But I still have not heard from the one with the horns yet to understand what it is exactly you fucking want.
Tyson.
Give me a minute, please.
Did you do this to Zarel? No.
So
No.
the Chain of Oblivion.
Out of game.
Do you think he had it? Did it have help containing you?
I think it is trying to do something else. The Chained Oblivion really only ever has been worshipped by those cults that like the idea of complete annihilation. The idea as if the world or the universe is to be remade in the image of what the Chained Oblivion stands for. Chaos, annihilation, gluttony, greed, envy, these things that cause those to self-consume or possibly over-consume within their own worlds of existence.
Well, that doesn't sound like it'd be very good for us, and I don't think it'd be very good for you.
No,
wondering
I
who else we have
prefer
to
to have a
choose from.
regular egress of souls that I can count upon to make sure that my
No.
world still exists.
How do we beat
Annihilation
it?
doing that.
is not a skill, but an outcome.
How do we beat it?
And if
Well,
they were
it
doing
beat
that,
me.
why would they be going after the Lathander stuff? The false Lathander stuff.
What do you mean?
How
the
would that
false
help?
Lathander
So
stuff?
there's like a whole bunch of like there's like a sword and like a shield and like a book with like a bunch of dead kids in it. Or no, the bag had the dead kids. And someone was trying to get all the stuff.
It was about the
Um,
9.
The Nine.
False god.
The
Yeah.
Council of Nine have not existed for some time. They
Right,
were
there's-
defeated some 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah,
they
there's,
were-
there's like stuff happening again.
They imprisoned the false god, and then now he's out. But I don't know if he's out or it's just chaos
I don't know if
doing
he's
it. So
out.
we don't
They're
know
just-
what's
Well,
They're
but
going
like
on.
the
trying to get all
last
of
one
his stuff
didn't
together.
work correctly,
Yeah, the
right?
last ninth
the
one
ninth
didn't work.
didn't quite take.
Everybody give me a group persuasion check. It's just kind of like, I'm going to say you're just like pummeling Zarel with like this sensory overload kind of situation.
I'm doing hand signs right now.
To be more persuasive, right? Asborn?
Yeah. I got a 27.
Yeah.
I got a nat 20 for a 21.
Persuasion. Samara got a 16.
Persuader of Zarel.
Mara
Persuader of Zarel.
He has to add that to his.
Mara got 19.
I got a 14.
16
Thankfully, I
and
don't have
19 over here.
negatives.
I'm fluent in ASL right now. I'm translating everything Tobias says.
Okay.
I'd say as a group, pretty good actually. She sits there and kind of like genuinely listens in on what you're saying. So the real question I have, since you've got a good persuasion roll and you have such a rich history of opportunity to tell her information, how much are you actually telling her at this point? Like, are you telling her everything that's transpired, or just the ceremony and the dealings with the banishment of the failed ceremony of the shadow god?
No, I was only mentioning the fact that they were going after Lathander's stuff.
Well, also we should probably talk about that tower that they made.
The tower
was
for
opening
sure.
up.
That we stopped them from
That
finishing.
we stopped them from finishing, and now those mechanical things that they're trying to put everywhere.
Oh, the Terran. I forgot
The
about
tear engines.
Terror engines.
So everything you want to cover.
Because she might have some insight into that kind of stuff.
The
That's
past
all
few
I'm
months,
saying.
basically.
Yeah, past few months. What's going on?
So we sit down, we pass her some tea, and we...
Yeah, right. Tea and crumpets.
I'm starting to pull out some rations.
Oh, hey, hang on a second. I still got my picnic basket from the
I
queen.
have candy.
everything tastes like
I can bring
ash.
candy.
Everything tastes like dirt. Okay, never mind.
I thought it was ash. Yeah.
Sand.
But-
Sand?
I bring sand. I bring out some candy. That
Some
tastes like
cigs.
sand, but I still bring some out.
I look for
So I
those
feel like we
7-Eleven
give her
cigarettes that they
most
had.
of the information with a lot of interjections from each other.
Yeah, so.
So, but how much are you guys telling her? Like, and you can retcon it a bit to the point
Gonna
where maybe
be-
you kind of had this conversation while walking over
So
to do this.
I think with Tobias, we end up accidentally telling everything in the end anyway.
I didn't want to say that, but yes, my mouth just
But
runs
Tobias
on
has
and on.
Tobias has been learning how to not say everything.
I know, but I like her. I don't know, something about her.
You like the giant demon in front of you.
Hey,
do we
it's
do
not her that's been
anything?
trying to kill us, so
Well,
I'm happy.
Mara also just learned her
She's
lesson
still a
not lie or try to
terrifying demon.
gaslight, so I'm also going to be a little bit more forthcoming right now.
I mean,
Do
like
we even
she
lose
is kind
anything
of
if
like
we
a
tell her
god.
everything?
So,
And she can read
No.
your mind, so
She's-
and I might get a cool gun out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna basically tell her.
Sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, and about dickweed too.
which one? There's lots of dickweeds. Which one are you speaking of specifically? Polish?
Yeah, Qualish.
Are we going all the way back to the T-Rex?
I think 2X would be funny.
Yeah, that would be great.
We
I
were
don't
fighting
know
this
if we wanna
T-Rex,
go. We don't have
and
to.
this guy got
Oh.
swallowed.
Because it's kind of
might be-
necessary. We
Oh,
need
no,
to
is
tell
there
her
might be
how
a
she
possibility?
was
No, I mean like how
impersonated.
we found the Lathander
There might be
stuff and how
too
that all
much info.
started, and then how that
Okay.
all started rolling.
I'm back. I'm good now. What's happening?
How is your League of Legends game, son?
We just
We are
told
trying to
everything to
figure out-
Zarel.
No, we're trying to
We
figure out.
literally told her everything.
No, we're
Don't
trying
tell
to
her
figure
everything.
out how much
Why?
to tell her. No, we're trying.
I
to
kind of
figure
got on a roll a little
Okay,
bit.
I'm going to. This is not some sort of agreement. This isn't friendly terms or anything. This is to ensure that the 9 hells stay the 9 hells and that you all keep each other in check again. Because it was bad. It was just bad that you got captured, and now I got to set it back to normalcy. This is not an opportunity to gain an advantage over the other ones, okay?
Reset.
Is that what
So
you're
we
telling
hold
her?
information.
You are returning back to normal. You're not gaining anything, but you're going back to normal.
Hey! Don't make it sound so demandy.
Should we try
We
to
are
set
kinda
up a
in her
meeting
living
with your
room and all.
dad? Can we call your dad? Can you call your dad?
We'll get him out and we'll talk to him in a sec.
Okay, Thyson. So what do you want exactly from Zarel?
What I just said. We're
Not
we're
today.
going into a mutual partnership.
Okay, so how are we gonna get to that point with the? Do we give her information then, or do we hold it over?
No,
her?
we just hold this over her, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go back to my dad. I gotta give him the same exact stipulations, and then we'll brainstorm together.
Okay, so we retcon all the information we told her, and we.
Well,
Yes,
no,
okay.
because that's why I had you guys roll a persuasion check, right? So if you choose to tell her anything, it's
No.
based off that group number you just rolled. So it's
Yeah.
more about what you're about to tell her. And I'm imagining that this is just, you guys are kind of off to the side having this conversation. That way Thyson just kind of put his input in as he kind of like the idea of creating 2 separate pacts or 2 separate bargains. And then that's kind of like his interpretation possibly of this situation.
Well, we already told all this to your dad, right? Didn't we already
I
have
don't
that
think we told his
conversation?
dad
with him?
everything.
Well, but like a lot of it.
Well, the Lathander part has finally come up for the first time in a long time.
Oh.
And you know, the pieces of
I
armor.
don't think we mentioned Lathander to.
No, you didn't mention
Despader.
that to Despader.
Mm.
Most of your conversation with Despader was how to undo the bargain of Thyson's containment of the creature, and
capturing Zarel.
capturing Zarel, and what this means, considering this is a Stormlord's curse, is what finally brought Despader's son back to him down here in Dis. So a lot of that conversation took place mostly around Thyson. You guys have now freed Zarel, and she sees this as an opportunity to fulfill a pact with you as a group, as she's been freed by you, and she's compelled to view it that way. However, the influence on these 2 nefarious forces, Despader and Zarel, they're not real things. They're not real people. They are amalgamations of their former selves that influence the material plane in ways that allow them to gain power. I'll say at this point, you finally understand that what Despader did with Thyson's new idea of what Thyson's becoming or became, because he's immortal for all purposes. So he's the perfect vessel to have this potentially happen to, which is why Despader focused on him. And this eventually prompted the Stormlord's curse, which is what finally freed the World Seed and the World Maker Kraken, which was the final bit of the curse that brought Despader's son into existence on the material plane. And now Despater wants him back because he's got the ability through his son to now travel via Avernus and make his way onto the material plane if he chooses to. But he can't do it until he gets that form out of Thyssen. Now, you guys went to Zarel's sanctum thinking that if you could just contain her and bring her to foot, you could make a bargain with Despater. Well, now you found out that Zarel was contained by Qualish's corrupted form that possibly looks to be corrupted via the Chained Oblivion, and here you are. You know, you've got all this year-long history of operating as the Storm Chasers that have kind of culminated to this point where you have a bit of sway over these two nefarious creatures, these two beings that do very unique kinds of damage to the material plane. But you have now this greater evil kind of like hovering in the background of your minds.
The enemy, enemy is my friend.
Yeah, right. Well, that vibe is definitely kind of settling in a bit.
So do we want to bring everyone together and have one big conversation? Do we want to have two separate conversations?
I think we just lay our cards on the table with both of them and let's go from there.
Okay, so how do we get them together?
We are going to have two separate conversations, and I'm going to hold two different things over both of them with minimal information provided. For Zarel, we just freed her. That's the bargaining chip for her, and then for what's his name, Spader is you know, I am his son in a way. We'll get him out of there because we got Wild Mother. They can do the bargain with her. Like, you know, he helped us. You know, can you release your Wild Mother branded Costco curse?
I feel like they have more knowledge of these things than we do. I think it would be better to let them know about this. Like, we have no idea what's going on with this Lathander stuff.
They might have some insight. They've been alive for a couple millennia or longer and
they're like on like a first name basis with him, and they were like there when the 9 thing happened.
They hate each other. They don't like working with each other. I don't want them to be like face to face working with each other either. I don't want two godlike beings in the same room together.
That's fine. We can still have two conversations, but I don't think we should be.
Oh, come on, we come all the way down here. Why not?
They could still burn your brain out with like a thought, dude.
They would have already done it.
No, because they still have stuff that they need from us.
Exactly.
If there's two of them together, they can work with each other, but they wouldn't because they hate each other. But
we still need to go like wield their will on the like material plane or whatever.
We all have
need.
Yeah, we all have something in the fight. They don't want oblivion; they want souls. And they'll keep getting them if we're successful. If we're not successful, our success
we still manage to gain success by having the two separated.
Sure.
Think of all the cool stuff they could give us to defeat this thing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't like.
Right, but we should probably get as much information out of them as we can.
Handle it then.
Okay, then we got some more of the information they can. Yeah.
So, you with the horns.
Me.
Why do you smell like dick? Not dick. Sorry, despair.
Dick. I smell like dick.
Dick Spader.
Long story short, I am half his son, half not. It's a long story.
You watch as Zarel steps forward and grabs Thyssen just kind of softly by the horn, and then her other hand comes over on his shoulder, and she rips him in two, but not completely. Just kind of as he gets ripped, you can see the ghostly form of that creature that you saw down in Dis, and then the more expected form of Thyssen's tiefling form. But then you watch as she stops there for a moment and then begins to pull Sigurd and the other things apart from him for a moment, and then everything kind of folds back in on itself. Well, The curse of the immortal. I didn't think that they still did things like this. So, the Storm Lord's already cursed you with the World Maker, which brings Despader's son back to him. Your bargain with Despader brought you to me. Why did you not just kill me in the rubric and be done with it? There's clearly something else here that you want.
We are going to need as much firepower as possible.
Firepower against what?
Against whatever the hell that twisted abomination on my world is.
You watch as she puts her long, bony hands behind her back. Her wings kind of fluff out a bit.
I thought she was human.
She's back in her form after doing that to Thyson. And after doing that to Thyson, it kind of catches her off guard. She realizes she's changed out of form, and she goes back into the very mousy form of a farm girl. But still that voice, that grating, egotistical, maniacal voice still kind of hovers within this form. Well, I'm not so sure that it's worth staying here any longer, knowing that the Chained Oblivion might be involved. There's very little I could do when it tried to, do whatever that creature had become to make me trapped. I'm not even sure why they just didn't annihilate me, sunder me, send me into the pits of chaos, a broken creature to be torn to shreds by the abyss. But no, he kept me contained in the rubric. That makes me wonder if there's something more to this plan, perhaps?
Was the rubric and the modifications that Qualish made to it sapping or draining your powers and maybe sending them to him?
You watch as she opens her little farm girl hand, and you watch as the disembodiment vision of a transparent person is in her hand, and she crushes it, and you watch as the soul energy pours into her arm. I don't feel weakened. Okay. I think I was contained,
but not drained. Okay.
No, but I feel like I was being siphoned. Maybe is a better way of explaining it, as if my powers were being utilized for something else.
So they were using you as a battery, maybe?
All of the things and all the powers that Tyrling had were yours, still in name flesh. He was just Qualish.
Maybe he was using her to open up that tower and open up the portals.
That's what I'm saying. That should be also like the Tyrling powers as well.
Yeah.
I think all of his power and all of his stuff was in Qualish, and then all of your powers was pumped into Tyrling. He basically had the powers of two separate betrayer gods while only having to be himself and only deal with one himself.
Now, out of character, Lathander was a betrayer god too, right? The false Lathander?
No, the false god was something that the Council of Nine were trying to bring into existence through the sacrifice. The 9 members were then trapped inside of small children's bodies and succumbed to the atonement, therefore preventing them from completing the ceremony. The ceremony of protection was done by the families that were involved in preventing the 9, where they had to make the hard choice of picking family members that would forever hold this, this idea of what they did in perpetual secret, which is why the Breck family was primarily involved, because they were meant to keep the secret forever and to kill or get rid of those that threatened the secret.
But Lathander wasn't actually a betrayer god. Okay.
Lathander is a real normalized god, sometimes referred to as the Dawn Father. Lathander is a traditional invocation of a true god. They were trying to build his opposite, his shadow opposite, a shadow god. And the false Lathander was meant to be contained within the pieces of armament that were in the vault in Nicodranus that went missing after the siege.
So if the other real Lathander is the Dawn Father, would the false Lathander be the Sunset Father?
Where's that remove button? Let me grab that real quick.
Hey,
Everybody take 100 points of psychic damage. I apologize.
That's right.
rude,
We deserve it.
Rude.
rude.
However, the only saving grace is that you guys have one remaining piece of that suit of armor. While all the other containments are gone, all the vestiges are gone of what they were meant to give to this false god, you still have the gauntlets. It's the only piece that they don't have, the two gauntlets that secure the completion of this armor.
Yeah, and I think Asborn has that. Asborn, you have them, right? And we purified them, and
Yeah.
now they're just platinum gauntlets.
I wonder if
Okay.
whatchamacallit? Dang,
So it begs the question how much you're actually telling Zarel, because there's risk of telling her too much, but yet she may be able to answer questions based on what you might know. She clearly understands what Thyssen is. She clearly understands that Thyssen is a vessel of some plan that Despater was trying to prosecute. And her obsession with dealing with Despater, who's on the second level of hell, and preventing him from taking over Avernus was what blindsided her eventually to that point. And that's what weakened her to the Chained Oblivion, or whatever the Chained Oblivion did to corrupt Qualish. It's kind of, there's all of these potential, it feels like you guys are in the middle of a giant puzzle at this point. Yeah. And that these last few pieces, whether persuaded out of these gods versus, it's, you feel that great paradox, and no pun intended, paradox talks.
Yeah, paradox. Oh my god, I think we should tell her about Lathander. I'm not going to whisper that in brains.
Maybe
because
Suleiman's
she can hear
getting all
brains.
that stuff together so that he can become... He could be the vessel for Lathander. Because he wants vengeance.
Maybe.
On what happened to his little
girlfriend. Well, he wants to bring her back.
And maybe he thinks if he does that, he can bring her back. I don't know.
Well, I mean, obviously you've got Suleiman, you've got Tierling, who was originally the Oracle and is now some kind of PowerPoint or power anchor as well. Originally, everybody thought that maybe Suleiman made a pact with Zarel, and therefore he was the anchor to what kept Zarel's avatar to be able to influence the material plane, which has just been debunked by the fact that you found Zarel trapped in her own rubric. So clearly that narrative may not be accurate.
No.
But, swirling around you, the idea of the Nine, the Council of Nine, the fact that they were dealt with and contained, that the false god was never brought into existence, but yet the vestments couldn't be destroyed. They were hidden and kept secured in a vault. Maybe it's the vestiges that matter. Maybe it's these remnants of what they attempted to do that, offers an opportunity for the Chained Oblivion and for Qualish. There's many different pieces of this puzzle. There was also the original meeting of Qualish where there was a conversation about this time around it feels different. That original conversation you had with Qualish after leaving the island and helping him get his vessel back on course and providing that he gave you guys access to wherever it is you were eventually going to. And then obviously finding Tierling, the corrupted Oracle. And the one remaining thing is, what the hell is that giant, monstrosity that's floating out there somewhere have to do with all of this still? That floating island that harbors strange fish-like creatures and its ability to destroy entire fleets if it chooses to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably need to take care of that pretty soon.
True. I forgot about that
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
That was
we
one of
need
the
to.
first
We
things
need to
that
capture.
happened.
Yay! Follow.
Hey, thanks, Best Drink Ale, and I happen to agree with that for the follow. Much appreciated.
Okay.
Well,
What are we gonna tell her?
want to tell her.
We just persuaded her for something. It depends on how much
Yeah.
we tell her.
Yeah.
We still need a roll from Dyson on the persuasion side if you guys decide to tell her anything once you do know something, or once you come to an agreement to tell her something, or not.
I got 21.
21. I mean, that brings you guys on an average higher for sure.
Well, okay, I'm gonna have to make a saving throw. I'm gonna have to like start spitting stuff out here.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally can see a trickle of blood coming out of Tobias's mouth as he's like biting his
my
lower
tongue.
lip. He's just
Fire spits things out too. Just saying, she's yeah. So, because
Okay, it all started when we went to this island.
Wait, Fire had already mentioned Lathander. Well, the fake Lathander.
do you also mention all the activities since then?
What do you know about giant floating sea turtle like monstrosities that
Not
poop
a
out fish
turtle.
people?
It's an island.
What do you
it's
know
more
about
of
giant
like a
floating island monstrosities
squid.
that poop out fish men?
I am quite literally now becoming aware of things because you and yours freed me from the rubric. I have been contained for quite a long time.
Yeah, I know, but like maybe in the past, you know, ever seen an island that floats in the water?
There are many
Yeah,
different
people.
creatures in the astral sea, whether they be astral titans, fey or shadowfell creatures, abominations or creatures of the abyss. There are creatures
I
of the
think it's
chaos.
from the Feywild.
Describe it for me. Perhaps I have heard of it.
Well, it looks like an island that's got a little clump of trees in the center, and the island moves.
That's
and in the
only what it
middle
looks
of
like
that
on the
clump of
material
trees.
plane.
Well, yes.
It
That's
looks,
what it looks like in the Feywild.
looks like an octopus, basically.
In the Feywild, I think it looks like a jellyfish.
And you mentioned something about small creatures that exist underneath it.
Little fish people that come out and kill you and try and turn you into fish people. I pull out my book and I show him pictures.
Yeah,
Her.
and
Her.
as she stares at the book, as her face gets closer in the farm girl kind of look, it's still that really kind of like doll expression. There's no animus to it. It's just this false kind of skin that this thing's wearing, just to make all of you feel a little bit more.
It's just a little bit more squidgy.
Not creeped out.
Yeah. Because honestly, to be in her presence would technically drive all of you insane, but she's purposely holding that back because she feels like there's an unfulfilled opportunity here, whether it be a pact or some other option. She just kind of, that is an oblivion.
In
Like a
Oblivion?
chained oblivion?
Is that the fish person? Or is that the
No.
island?
No, they are a gelatinous creature that exist in the Shadowfell. They are quite harmless there. Not sure why you think it came from the Feywild, but perhaps.
Oh, well, I mean,
might
maybe
You were
I
told that.
There was a
told
little
that.
island we
Bye.
went to.
Who?
by
a
the
little-
traveler.
I've never heard of.
He
such
said
a-
that his sister. He said that it was his sister's pet.
Yeah, we don't even
So
know who the
to be-
traveler is.
So to be completely clear about something, you accepted the lie of one creature with the understanding that nothing else would ever lie to you.
Well, I expect to be lied to all the time. But this was, I mean, it's my God. I have
Well,
to believe it.
to be fair, did he specifically talk about those other creatures, or did we just assume it was all a package deal?
The
little fish creature,
the island. No,
The
I just
travelers,
no,
yeah,
we know about the island.
chaos,
We
Did
assumed
we
that
assume that the little creatures just came as a package?
We assumed
This
the
whole
creatures came
time.
as a package.
All I'm saying that oblivions in the Shadowfell consume radiant light. I would imagine if they were to make their way over into the material plane, they could become what you describe. Gods do not have siblings, per se. They have champions. They have celestial or fiendish cohorts that may or may not do your bidding. Young Despater's not really a sibling to Despater, but a omniforce of what he contains as power, and that power wants to come into existence in an ultimate plane of reality. None of these things are real in the sense that your mind calculates reality, which is why the longer you are in this place, the closer you get to me. And she kind of points her fingers towards her chest. Samara is ashen at this point.
Shuddering.
She is struggling at this point.
Can I cast a restore on her?
Yeah. You
Would
quickly
it help?
do the greater restoration. There's a bit of kind of
Just get this over with so we can go. This place sucks. No offense.
Yep.
Did any of us
none
question
taken.
the
If
travelers'
someone
guild?
as maniacal as you, Tobias, thinks this place sucks, I'm clearly doing my job.
Yes,
I'm
you
maniacal?
keep your portion of hell pristine. It's
And
very,
you watch
very
as
terrible
the
here.
farm girl's hands present an illusion, and everything Tobias has ever done with you as a group is playing out in a very kind of illusionary theater, including everything you didn't know he did.
Tobias!
What? They were just pirates. I wanted to be
Very
the only
neat.
pirate on the sea. And I
Just
almost
got their
made it.
entire home destroyed, man.
I have a
What?
very, very special place here for you, Tobias, if you decide to remain here. Or you may move on to Asmodeus's realm, or the Stygian's realm. There are so many places here that can be designed for your level of, well, behavior.
We
Do
present
have
you
one
with
of
this
those
baby.
little reels on all of us, or is it only like certain people?
Yeah, what about
you
her
get the-
husband? Show me one on her husband.
You get the feeling that it's more of a morality thing than a sense of there's nothing that requires her agreement for her to do what she wants to do. You feel like you're in amongst powers that are way beyond all of you. But once again, these creatures are narcissistic. They're self-absorbing. They're maniacal. They're absolutely certain that nothing could ever truly destroy them. So their opportunities are things that they consume like a meal. And then, everything they do with what they think is purpose. This conversation is happening because it benefits her somehow.
Okay, we gotta get out of here. We gotta wrap this up.
Okay, what's your big thing, Tyson? Go ahead and tell her so we can get out of here.
Up, he went to go get a pizza, I bet.
I'm
right here, asshole.
I'm trying to keep my mouth shut.
Well, we released you out of prison. What did you do
Yes,
for
and
us?
for that I am momentarily grateful.
I want you to
Make that moment
momentarily
last a little
give
longer.
me a gun, something. What can you give me?
What can I give you? What do you require? I'm still not sure that you are the right group for this type of situation.
We are
Are
the
you
only
kidding me?
group who knows what the hell to do.
If you can look into my head, you know we're the right group.
Let's review your decisions, shall we?
Yeah.
What are you, my arbiter? Like, Jesus.
This feels like a test.
We're gonna
And on that point, Asborn, the Conclave family have become a master of politicking and manipulation and twisting of words. It's exactly what this feels like. This is just for the briefest of moments with that persuasion and all of your passive perception. This feels like she's stalling for time.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, because she's getting more powerful. She's getting her power back.
Well, she's not getting siphoned anymore.
Where's the rubric?
The rubric is in many pieces all around you on the floor, and the creatures that were used to control it and keep it in containment, the Iliathid, the preserved Iliathid forms, have been turned to ash due to your wish.
I wish it back.
Don't have wish again. Don't think of this as any way an altruistic and any way helping anyone. This is just purely you help us get this motherfucker back down to his circle or whatever the hell he comes from, and that's your revenge. Your payment.
So the containment of the
revenge.
oblivion back into the levels of chaos. Make sure that I continue to control my reality. But what about your bargain with the Spater? It's on your face like an open book.
Ooh, she got
I'll
you.
figure it out.
So,
Hey, maybe
Who
she
would
could take him
like-
away out of it.
who would like to make a pact on this?
Ooh. No, it's
Tobias. Yeah. No. Come on. No, it's you. It's you.
It's me? Okay.
It's you. You're on this one. I'm on the
All
other one.
right.
You watch as the form of Zarel in this farm girl form kind of steps up to you, Tobias, and she holds out her hand kind of very limply in front of you. Shake on it, as they say up on your plane.
Okay, so now what am I exactly shaking on there, Tyson?
Best rat soul ever. This is the perfect rat soul material.
Tyson. Yeah, I know. I'm going to add this to my repertoire. But what am I agreeing to now?
You are agreeing to help obtain her revenge against what's his face?
The Chained Oblivion.
And to ensure that he goes back to where he belongs. In exchange, she can give you a lot of power.
And then if like that doesn't happen, then she gets my soul or something?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you were going to go here anyway, man. Think about what you did.
I killed a bunch of pirates. Those guys are bad guys.
I feel like we've seen more, but...
Yeah. Let's see.
Putting the chocolate diarrhea medicine in the orphan pots definitely gave you some insight into Tobias.
Right. Let's see. Well, is there a way she can just take that, Despater's son out of you? Like, she already tore you kind of half apart. Can't she just take that out of you?
No, that's the next one. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Hell, we've you say that we might not be the people for this, but guess what? Everything we did came down to us freeing you. So you got a deal.
And her hand clasps your hand. And all of you watch as a purple blackish light swell between the handshake. And you watch as Tobias is blurry for a moment and then fractures. And there are now two Tobiases in front of you. One kind of looks like normal Tobias, but the other one is definitely evil Tobias.
Oh, yes!
You watch as Zarel just looks at the two of you, Tobias. Well, twice the fun, twice the pain. And you watch as she turns and she goes to sit crisscross applesauce on the ground. In this vessel, I give you the opportunity you need to weaken the oblivion. I cannot master his power. Perhaps Despair knows something that I do not. But take this form. Use it when the time is right, and it will gain you the opportunity and the advantage that you require.
Okay.
Can we all do that?
No, I think that comes with the bargain.
No.
Yeah, if you want your eternal soul damned, but I don't think any of you
I mean,
guys
I
do.
don't.
But me and
So
Tobias,
I get the evil
twinsies.
Tobias. Huh? Am I actually
now,
twins?
so Tobias, you are now doppelganged.
Nice.
There are now two of you.
Okay.
And as you stand there pantomiming in front of your second self, you notice it does the opposite of everything that you do.
Does it have a scar on its eye?
It looks exactly like Tobias, except the fur is kind of like unkempt. The only thing I could compare it to, I don't know if you've ever seen that episode of The Family Guy where they keep making clones that get worse and worse and worse and worse.
Of Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have like patches of like fur missing.
Yeah, like
I'm
one ear is
kind of a
slightly
little bit,
lower.
right?
Yeah, it's not a very good
Like
copy.
One ear is a little bit bigger than the other ear.
Oh, so
Yeah, and
Tobias after a night of bar hopping.
Yeah, pretty much. But you do feel a new weight on your form, Tobias, that this responsibility is now yours to explain and to maintain until its usefulness it can be done.
Okay.
It definitely feels like a burden.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be.
Bias.
Hey, this is my doing. So all the things I've gotten you guys
And every
into.
time Tobias talks, the copy talks as well.
Ugh.
In unison.
reverse. Oh,
Nope,
so
in
reverse.
unison.
Can he think for himself?
So they're like
Yeah, I
creepy,
can talk.
come play with us twins.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
You stand in a
also,
hallway and blood
like-
gushes out of the doorways. No, anyway.
By the way, do not try your best not to have any contact with Despader before I do.
I, under normal circumstances, would choose not to deal with that fucking pig. If you think you can negotiate a way out of this with him and save what's remaining of your soul, Dyson, I gladly leave that to you.
I don't care if I get damned to hell.
I think that would be the good outcome, to be honest.
Oh,
with
that
you.
probably would be, actually. Besides that, we've got a
I start doing like
demon.
I start doing like a soft shoe,
What's the demon equivalent of a train?
and we're both doing it together.
I can send you back to his gate. I do not have the power to send you directly to him.
Okay, we'll take that.
Oh, very well. She snaps her fingers, and all of you are now standing at the bone gate that gives you access to Despader's level of existence.
It's very
All right.
Can I
Before we
make
go
my
in-
ring? I want to make my ring. Make me look like one of those,
Oh, do our rings work
I don't know.
again?
Yeah,
dark
they work.
elf.
Fire Ganassi.
I don't need a ring.
All right, everyone. Here's the plan. Look as disheveled and like you just ran like 5 million mile run. Okay, that's the plan.
Disheveled Fire
Make
Ganassi.
yourself look exhausted.
He already
Samar just
does.
looks.
Straight from that.
Samar just looks at Dyson. She goes, "You mean like this, Dyson?"
You are a brilliant actress.
Ooh.
This one.
I make myself look like that, but yeah, I like Sam looks.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
except the evil Tobias has a goatee, like on Star Trek. Okay. A pencil mustache and a goatee.
Give yourself an eye patch and give him an eye patch too over the other eye.
Yeah.
All right, turn that off, by the way. For now.
Okay,
Turn
so
that
do I just play Tobias normally, or
Are
do
we
I have to
turning
pay
off?
2 different Tobiases?
The
No, I'm good. I'm
Tobias-
good about doing that if you want.
The
But
Tobias can never be turned off. You are burdened with the pact.
yeah,
Forever
okay.
as you walk, whether down here or on the material plane, you walk in tandem with this construct that's been built for you to deal with the chained oblivion.
How far away
okay.
can you walk from it?
Can evil Tobias fit in my backpack?
So I want to just try some stuff while we're standing at the gate. Like, I can split up, and then like he could have a long range rifle, and I could have my guns out.
There's no splitting up. There's always 2 of you in existence.
Okay.
Together,
Can we,
like standing,
away
like
from
right
each
there.
other?
Right. And as you try to turn and go left to move away from it, it just stays right along with you.
Okay, all right.
He was always
So-
like 2 feet
Okay,
away or whatever it
then,
is.
Correct.
Tobias, I'm gonna have to
Well,
leave.
I'm
you
gonna
here.
try and pick him up. I'm gonna try and pick one of them up.
I'm
What
going to
happens
try
to-
and create a narrative right now, and you having these powers does not.
As you
fall
pick up Tobias, the other Tobias is like still standing on the ground as you pick up Tobias, but as you place him on your shoulder, the other one appears on your shoulder as
Can
well.
I grab the other one?
As you go to grab it and move it away, it warps out of your grip and back to Fire's shoulder.
My other shoulder.
That was weird.
Magic.
Now you got 2 of us.
You know how much money we can make off of this? Oh my god.
You could play a lot of funny things with it. But anyways, I know it's a little. You just got this, but I need you to stay here for now. This is how I'm crafting a narrative right now. Is that okay with you?
Wait,
I'll stay with him.
If I
Someone should stay with
hurt
Mm,
that
I'll stay
one,
with him.
I kind of need all of you to come with me.
Everyone.
I
Samara
wanted everyone to come with
immediately-
me.
Samara immediately raises her hand and says, I can stay with him. I really don't want to go in there.
Fine, you can stay here. We'll just say that you're a priest and you chickened out because
You're
you're a priest.
we're staying with who?
Whatever you are.
Sure, Thyson. Sure.
You Tobias.
Why?
Sam.
I need you to stay here because I'm trying to craft a narrative to get us a better deal. And you being there
We
can't
don't want-
will not
He's
work.
making a 3rd deal right now.
we don't
Yeah,
want Bader
You
to
think I'm
smell
gonna
the-
spill the beans?
No,
No,
you
we
physically
don't want
him
to
being
see
able
the
to
Pacts.
see your second you will not help right now.
Yeah, we don't want Bader to smell the Zarel on you.
they can hear our telepathy. He's gonna know what this.
All right,
this is.
fine. Hurry
No,
up,
but,
though.
like, if I hurt that one, do you get hurt?
Did you hurt
I'm
him?
gonna flick once.
Not
I'm gonna
yet.
flick Tobias's ear. I'm gonna flick
As
Tobias's
Fire
ear.
flicks Tobias's ear, the good one or the bad one?
The good one.
Bad one.
As you
Fuck the bad one.
Yeah, the bad one.
No, I'm gonna flick the good. I'm not trying to hurt him.
That,
No, I know.
that is him.
If you hurt the bad one, does the good one get hurt?
Yeah.
That's what I want to
Right.
know. That's the
Clone
hypothesis.
gets hurt.
I'm gonna try both.
okay,
One
first you
and then
flick
the other.
as you flick the bad one's ear, both Tobias's go ow. And as you
Ow.
flick the good one's ear, both Tobias's go ow.
Okay, so they are mirror copies.
Are you guys done testing me out?
Nope.
Leave me alone.
Not
No,
even close.
definitely not
even close.
For now, though, we got to go in here.
Wait a minute. If I pull my guns out and shoot fire, does he shoot fire too? I'm just kidding.
Oh, can I?
Hey, hey.
Can
Well,
I?
I'm curious
retcon
about this. What
something,
happened?
by the way? Dad,
What's that? What's that?
before we left and like the Sorrel teleported us, can I take like a chunk of the rubric with me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I would imagine your normal curiosity would have prompted you to do that anyways.
Yeah, I'm taking a chunk with me, and as we're like walking down, I'm gonna take like just burning hands. I'm gonna scorch the shit out of it as we're
Okay.
I'm
walking.
gonna
in.
take a piece too.
Sure, you can take a piece too.
Now
I gotta
this
scorch
thing-
it too.
Now
If you
there's
take a
other
piece, I gotta
Tobias.
score.
If I touch it, do I feel it? Is it actually there?
Yeah, you place your hand on your own shoulder.
Okay.
Hey, Tobias,
This is
Dagger
cool,
me.
huh? Finally, somebody that's gonna frickin' agree with me, huh?
dagger me. Let's see what happens.
No, don't.
No,
Da-
no.
I
don't.
gave you my daggers. I only got guns.
You don't have
Although,
any
if we
piercing
look-
weapons left?
I
If we
got a
look kinda
rapier I
bloody-
don't use. It's like rusted
I
into
thought you
its
had the
scabbard.
bandolero. Did you give the bandolero to her?
Those are guns.
Yeah, I gave
Those are
that the bandolero to
guns.
you. So yeah,
No, you didn't give me a bandolero of
of daggers. Yes, I did.
It's not on my thing.
I don't remember.
Okay, it's then I gave it to Sam. I gave it to one of you guys because you guys kept bitching for weapons, and I gave
you
one.
gave it to Sam because every time she throws a
You may have
dagger,
given it
she
to Sam.
loses them. So I think you might have given it to Sam.
Okay, yeah.
That's funny.
She's going to be really surprised next game, I'll tell you that much.
All right, so I'm going to take my Tobias's off and put them on Sam's shoulders.
This is really creepy. I don't like one of
I
them. Now
know.
I gotta figure out two of them.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
Like stereophonic. On her
You
shoulder.
say potato, and then the other one goes, I say potato. You say tomato. I say tomato.
And you guys hear this? You guys hear this
Sam's
happening
gonna
as
lose
the
her
four of
mind.
you walk through the gateway of bone and into the lair
Potato,
of
potato,
despair.
tomato, tomato. Let's call the
Alright.
whole thing off.
All right.
Okay.
Look as the shell
Doom,
possible.
doom, doom,
Sprint.
doom, doom, doom,
We
doom, doom,
sprint towards him. Everyone, run! Let's go! Come on, hurry up!
Okay.
Chop, chop!
I go running towards him,
We go running
But,
towards the
like,
castle.
but like I'm dying or something. You
No,
know?
like you've just seen the most
Exhausted
shocking
or-
thing ever, and it's horrific.
Yeah, and we were in a bad fight, and I'm like disheveled.
No,
and,
no,
you
don't
know.
fight. We
Oh,
didn't get in
okay.
a fight now.
No fight.
Just
Okay.
tired and hot and shocked.
Yes,
Right?
it's shocked.
Tired and
Yeah.
hot and shocked and
It
Oh
feels
my
like it
gosh.
takes forever to get through that walk that you got through last time. And you immediately pass through the Legion ranks and into the inner sanctum of Despater. And he's actually sitting there conversing with some very strange looking individuals. He kind of shoos them away and then looks at the entrance of his inner sanctum. Well, that was awfully quick. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna take out the chunk of rubric, like I surged it up. It's horrendous. She's fucking dead.
You watch as the illusionary streak of his energy kind of puts him directly in front of you. You feel a telekinetic force kind of like pick you up to the left, and then you feel your fingers get pried, and you can actually hear bones breaking, and the piece of rubric falls to the floor, and you watch as trembled hands on Despater pick it up, and he's sitting there shaking and looking at it. He looks over at the demonic visages that are smiling in his direction. And you watch as he just tosses the piece of rubric to the ground. And then you watch as he reaches over and rips Thyson in half. So, Thyson, before I have you roll on the reincarnation table, do you have a preference for what you might want to come back as, or do you like to keep your tiefling form?
I really like the tiefling, but I also like the randomness.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna go look at the table right now. I'm gonna roll it right now.
Okay, go check out the table, and then if you choose to roll that D100, go for it, or you can keep the tiefling. Those are your two options.
So we just watched him get ripped in half.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what we
Yep.
okay.
You know,
I'm outside
these are
the gate
things-
doing who's on first.
All right, something funny. Give me something funny. Is there like a new reincarnation table? This old one is like only the base book ones.
Be a dolphin.
he needs to be a gnome this time.
That would be pretty funny. wouldn't it?
Minotaur.
Updated reincarnate
Come on,
table.
Minotaur.
Be like a scorpion.
He needs to be a gnome. Gnome.
Genome.
Gnome.
With a red hat.
A genome.
Yes. He needs to be a gnome.
Okay,
with a red hat.
I found one that's like updated with all of the newer races. Is that cool?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. Something awesome. Come on, guys.
Drum roll.
Watch it just be a simple old-fashioned human.
Yeah, human.
Ah, it'd be so bad. Shut up. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I got Drow Elf.
Oh, shit.
Drow elf.
Oh, you can hang out with the Bright Queen now.
So, as he's ripped in half, the kind of like mutilated form of his tiefling inside body and what his body represent kind of gelatinates and forms into this strange like creature that you just watch as the Spader kind of like shifts it over into a construct near his throne. And this construct has like the appearance of maybe a demonic creature of sorts, but nothing that looks particularly familiar to you. It's contained in that form, but then you watch as the few bits of remains that was once Dyson begins to gel and shift and amalgamate, and standing there is a 6 foot tall drow form wearing, well, exactly what Thyson was wearing before, but now has the visual acumen and the visual appearances, for all intents and purposes, a drow elf. You watch as Despader just kind of, oh, I like that. I like that very much. Now, if there is nothing more to be said here, goodbye. And you watch as his hand flicks. And as it flicks, all of you feel this intense, searing heat and pain as you're back outside of Holyhead. Sitting alongside you is Samara and the duplicate Tobias on either side. What are the dogs doing? Do I need to come over there?
Sorry. No, that's just the...
Oh. And all of you are in the daylight morning, mid-morning, almost exactly within moments when you went down into the subterranean cavern. The only difference is Tiefling Thyson is no longer with you. Thyson, you no longer have the Despader custom ability that you gained from the Stormlord and the Wild Mother's curse, which was technically a blessing that became a curse. For all intents and purposes, you are simply a drow. But you do gain all the lineage and features that a drow would gain. And the very first thing you guys all watch Thyson do is he reaches into the interior of his vest pocket, pulls out a pair of blackened goggles, puts them on to protect his vision. Because one thing you notice, Thyson, is that the sunlight is piercing on your eyesight to the point of pain.
Well, actually, the actual thing I rolled on the table wasn't drow. It was half-elf drow. That's the only
Fair
one
enough.
available.
Okay.
So we half elf or full elf?
Half. I'm a half.
But your
Okay.
pact with Despader is severed. You no longer feel bound to that particular curse that you've been enduring. More importantly, you definitely feel the final fading of the immortality curse, as your half-elf drow form is, from your perspective, your final form. You will be living out the remainder of your life in this form.
Damn it, I thought I was going to hell.
You still could, if Lolith decides to send you there.
Probably will.
Okay, Neo.
Take the blue pill.
All of you are back in the Ruinic area where you discovered the camp ambush. You're back on the material plane of Exandria. It's almost as if you've only been gone a minute. The excavation site revealed around you. Within moments, you notice that the two Tobiases are still there. There's something weird. It's a feeling or a sense of dread that kind of just overcomes you for the briefest of seconds. But
is Zarel watching? Does that feel like Zarel?
It's hard to tell. You get the
Is
feeling
it coming from Tobias?
You get the feeling that something just blinked in your direction.
Oh, can we see scrying? See invisibility?
This doesn't feel like scry.
Oh.
There's something in the tree line.
Just this kind of general feeling of foreboding, dread, a kind of tickle of goosebumps running up your spine but then it just fades.
It's on.
Just kind
it's like they know we're
fades.
Here.
Are we still in our other images?
No, that's faded.
Oh, darn.
All right.
I went to the astral plane, met a god, and all I got was this lousy alter self ring.
I'm gonna poke one of you.
Quit poking me!
As they say in unison.
I pick them both up and stick them on my shoulders.
Okay.
We jump off.
Tobias.
Yeah, you guys are poking and prodding me. I'm gonna walk over here.
I'm gonna hand him one of my like just regular plain non-magical daggers. Here, poke me with this.
Which one do you want to poke you?
As you hand it to him, the dagger appears in the other Tobias's hand.
All right, I throw it at her.
2 daggers are thrown at Mara. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
Twice or just one roll?
One roll.
Let me look at Tobias's. My dagger. Okay.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Probably didn't hit her. So, yeah, 15.
The 2 daggers fly right past you, sink into the ground on either side.
Has it been that long since you've thrown a weapon, man?
All right, I take out my guns and shoot her.
All right, roll to hit.
That's crossing the line. You can't just say that.
All right, that's better. A 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you feel 2 bullets hit you. Roll for damage, Tobias.
Okay.
And then double it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, he really was the best one with the sneak attack and everything to double his damage. Wow.
So it'd be 28 points of damage.
Yeah, it hurts.
I have 2 bullet holes on me.
Correct.
2 bullet holes.
Look, you shot me twice.
Awesome. This is going to be great. Yeah, this is going to be great.
That didn't feel great.
I'm going to give you those 28 hit points.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, 190 hit points.
Just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. Just 2 bullet holes, guys.
And it is. I mean, it's just like, it's kind of like in her thigh. It goes straight through. It stings. It hurts.
Didn't even hit bone.
It's okay. It's a mouse-sized bullet.
I didn't hit your blood tubes. I didn't hit your bone.
I go and I pick up my dagger.
I'm going to check on Sam.
Did the other dagger disappear when it was thrown?
Give me a medicine check as you check on Sam. Yes, it evaporates after it gets thrown. It just like ceases to exist.
22.
Her color's better. Instead of ashen and exhausted, she seems to be gradually coming around to being normal again. Her eye color that was very placid and constant with like a dreary look to her form. And you watch as she clutches her holy symbol and just kind of smiles a bit.
We're in Holyhead, right?
You're on the outskirts of Holyhead, over by where the site was.
She wants to go find a teal.
Okay. She immediately gets up and doesn't even acknowledge the rest of you, and just merely yells over her shoulder, "I'll be at the cat inn," and the catnip inn, and she's gone.
Okay.
Great. She could take all of us.
Good point. I should probably check in with I'll be right back. And I just like walk off, and I'll pull out. And I'm a bag of holding. I'll pull out my sending stone.
You hear, what the hell's your husband's name again?
Albin. I was going to call
Albin.
him Asborn. I was like, no, that's
Yeah,
not right.
I
That's
almost
not
did
it.
too.
Oh
You
my
hear
God, we're getting
Albin
married? Oh my God, guys.
You hear Albin respond, "Oh, is everything okay? We just spoke a few minutes ago."
Nope. No, I've been in the Nine Hells for quite some time, actually. Back now, though. We made it.
Is that subtext to a really bad dinner party?
It's not. No. Lots of things happened. Ran into Despater and in Zarel. And yep, many things happened. And yeah, but we're back and everyone's still alive. Well, mostly still alive. Thyson's not alive anymore, but
Did he finally die? He's not back.
no, he's alive again, but he's not.
Oh.
He's not Thyson anymore.
Okay.
Actually,
it doesn't
I'm
matter.
not sure what his name is anymore. Did he tell us his new name?
Yeah, are you picking a new name, or are you
have
still
to
going by
have a new
Thyson?
name.
I like Thyson too much.
I guess he's still going by Thyson, but he's not Thyson anymore. Anyway, lots of things, but we're here. We're back. Lot of stuff that we didn't know that we now know. Probably should meet in person and tell you things.
You and your friends coming back to the Brack family compound then?
I don't know what the
Or
plan
would
is.
you like me and some of our agents to come there?
We need to rest. We've been in hell for like a while. If you want to come here,
5 minutes is forever when you go to hell. I can,
you're hilarious. I'm very.
I can meet you. I can meet you and your friends there this evening or tomorrow morning. I mean, your choice. I can use the teleportation circle.
Let's do tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get like a drink or like 9, and like rest
And sleep,
yeah.
hopefully.
Well, we're back, and I'm
Without-
alive still. Yay!
Sleep, hopefully,
There's
without
a lot of
nightmares.
mind
Sorry, the
flayers.
Crooked Cat Inn is where
Yeah,
Yeah.
Samara took off for.
I'm gonna pull out a piece
Spelled
of my
with 2
candy. Does it
Ks.
still smell like sand? I mean, does it still taste like sand?
Nope. Water tastes like water. Food tastes like
My
food.
candy tastes like candy again. Yay!
Snozberries
I'm pulling
taste like
everything out.
snozberries.
All
I
right,
start walking back. I
give
guess that's how we're gonna
give
get
the boys-
back.
Give the boys a kiss for me. I'll see you in the morning.
Very well. Are you sure everything's okay?
Just tired and very hungry.
There's
I've
2
not eaten anything
Tobiases.
but sand and
That's the
quite some
best
time.
news.
Are you sure there's something you're not telling me?
Oh, there's lots of things I'm not telling you, but nothing that's like
Oh.
vital to this moment.
Oh, so I take it Tobias is still alive too then.
There's more than one of them now.
Oh, well, fuck me sideways. I'll speak to you in the morning. And immediately you hear the stone, the power of the sending stone just gotta disconnect.
Yes. Now I can make your
Totally
lives
stole-
doubly horrible.
Totally stole my expletive. You totally stole my expletive.
The long
fix the
but
group.
short walk back into the center of Hollyhead, the small coastal community. And of course, if you head back to the Crooked Cat, you would see both Talil and Samara in a very kind of like deep embrace of where she's consoling Samara deeply. And they seem to be exchanging and talking and kind of, you guys come into the space. It's mostly empty at this point as it's gotten on to be about, mid-morning at this point, but you're all gathered in the Crooked Cat. The bartender looking on his
Food and
elderly-
ale.
Mara hasn't had any alcohol in a really long time.
Well,
Let's get pissed.
I need a shot.
Well, why are there 2 mouse folk talking
I
to
need
me
a
in
shot.
unison?
I need men. I like pull out a platinum and I put it on the
It's
bar.
just that's the thing that he does now. He can't stop.
What?
Okay. Puts a bottle of Uthadern whiskey like on the bar with a bunch of shot glasses. Have at it. Grabs the platinum and puts it in there, and yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. Let's wet our whistles.
I want to know, when he picks up the glass to drink, does one appear in the other one's hand and they both drink?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So if I flick
Now,
Fire's
if we
ear,
hand-
does he flick Fire's ear?
Yes.
Oh.
Double damage.
Now, but if he flicks my ear and he turns this way, would the other one turn the other way away from me?
No, they just both flick your ear in unison.
Because okay. And now if I hand the evil one a cup, I take the cup out of the good Tobias's hand and I hand it to the evil one. Does it appear in the good Tobias's hand?
Yes.
I take another shot.
Wait. I want to try and take the cup. Out of good Tobias's hand and see if I can.
No, leave us alone. Quit doing shit to us. Can't we just have a damn drink and something to eat? I've been licking sand this whole time.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you a piece of candy. I'm gonna hand good Tobias a piece.
I don't want any candy. I want
It's
meats
very
and cheeses
good
and bread and stuff that doesn't taste like ash or ass, for that matter.
Mara and Tobias give me con saves. Asborn and Thyson, what are you doing at this point? It seems like Fire is just constantly testing this double perspective of Tobias.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with it.
23.
Okay.
24.
Okay, you're buzzed but not drunk. You're holding your own.
Fire's got a new toy.
I'm pretty much just eating food and getting ready to sleep in for the night.
Okay.
Just came back from home. Not trying to push my limit by drinking.
I have a plus 13 on con. How much would I have to consume to actually get drunk?
The DC gets higher the more you drink.
Awesome. When the bottle is empty, I put another platinum on the bar.
Oh, when the bottle's empty, you're obliterated.
Yep. That's what I'm going for.
Both Tobias's, are you continuing to drinking as well, Tobias?
Yeah, what the hell? Why not? I haven't been drunk in a while.
I mean, for you, Fire, Thyson, and Asborn, while Sam is, talking and being consoled by Tierling. Talil.
That's
I know, right? That
terrifying.
Is that Freudian? Is she RP bad?
By Talil. Within the matter of a half an hour, Mara is plastered and struggling to even function.
I've left the group and I found someone else to go hang out with.
Yeah,
I am following her.
Yeah, she's currently carousing with just some local merchants that have stopped in for breakfast, and they're quite literally they're just and now you're just over there making jokes and hanging out with them and doing your kind of Mara thing you do when you get hammered. But now you have two drunk Tobiases wandering around.
And we're doing Lord of the Dance on the bar.
In unison.
Unison.
And at this point, the brevity of this has reached the streets, and people are starting to come in to see these Tobiases dance on the bar. And there's a bit of a strange kind of like morning revelry that's being kicked off by this. People some know you from when you all were here before. Some don't know you, but have heard of you. And gradually
headbutted here.
No, you feel like it's too early in the day for that. That was more of a strictly nighttime crowd from what you can remember. Asborn is keeping an eye on you, Mara. Right now, Fire and Thyson seem to be the only two sane. Can't believe I'm saying that. Seem to be the only two sane people like kind of functioning, while Samara is over at a table with Talil at this point.
I'm going to name the evil guy Sabat, which is Tobias backwards.
Sabat.
Yeah, you and Sabat are doing the kind of like alpha dance that you know how to do up on the bar.
Yeah.
Asborn, if you care, I'm starting
He's
to
an
tell
alpha.
people about our travels through the 9 hells.
I'm I'm gonna come up behind her and like grab her from behind the neck and the face and just slowly drag her off, like a takedown.
Give me athletics with disadvantage, Mara, because you are drunk, and then give me athletics with advantage, Asborn, as you kind of try to cart her away.
9.
34. I toss her on my back. Come on, girls' night is over. We're going home.
But there's more to drink. I haven't held them in short. You will not believe what we saw there.
Quiet,
now there's 2 Tobiases.
A very warm,
is a mother.
A very warm brownish green liquid is now pouring down your backside, Asborn.
I am using all of my willpower to ignore it as I walk forward. If I don't acknowledge it, it does not exist.
I haven't had any alcohol in like 10 months. It's not my fault.
There's a massive bear scat in the middle of the room at the morning. It's like a massive pot. I didn't make it. I thought this was the bathroom.
When Tobias gets to the point where he's passing out, I pick him up and I take him to our room.
Okay.
No, you don't touch me. You're gonna flick me or something.
After he's passed out.
Yeah.
So you're not awake.
You know, by the afternoon, those that are inebriated are now gently snoring that blissful sleep you get. Asborn, Thyson, and Fire, you would have noted that Samara and Talil retired to Talil's room, leaving the 3 of you to kind of overwatch the 2, or technically 3 drunkards now. But you're in your room, and mid-morning is giving away to afternoon at this point.
I'm writing in my journal about what happened in Avernus and Dis.
Okay.
I'm trying to clean out the stains. I'm going to a laundromat. do I see like a cheap Asian laundromat anywhere nearby?
There's a very affordable halfling laundry service.
I said cheap, man, not affordable.
Remember, he's a college student.
I'm dropping off my leather armor, like the leather underparts to my plate armor. Yeah. And then I'm gonna hand wipe down my plate.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have anything going on?
I am watching over Tobias and writing in my journal.
Okay. Thyson, anything you want to do? Because if you guys take your long rest now, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So Bot's like whispering, like, I don't like that Fire. I think we should kill her. And then the other Tobias is like, no, she's a really good person. We shouldn't do that. She'll stop pestering us a little bit. All right, I guess you're right. We won't shoot her. Okay.
And now they're snoring in unison.
That's...
Oh, Zarel, what are you doing to me? Oh, don't touch me there.
Shut up.
You sick fuck. I bet you can't wait to meet up with the Bright Queen now that there's 2 of you.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
We're going to be 2 Minotaurs.
That mirror each other.
Yeah.
So, Tyson,
baby.
anything you want to do before you guys settle into your long rest?
I mean, I'm setting up all my normal shit. Besides that, I mean, nothing.
Okay.
His hats
So
don't
you guys are up in your room, and eventually all of you kind of wake up after your long rest. So everyone can go ahead and do a long rest, and the pact has been made. The Zarel pact has been made, and you successfully saved Thyson from Despater. So while I go and use the restroom real quick, you guys can level up, and I'll be right back.
Woohoo! Levels.
Wow, I gained resistance and saving throw
Oh my
and
god, are we
wisdom saving throws.
19?
18.
Oh.
Aiden, do you know what
8.
my plan was? It's been so long.
No,
I
I'm
forgot.
not you. For all that is good and holy, remember. For
But
2
you're the.
seconds.
I talk to you about it all the time. How could you not remember?
How could you not remember?
Probably
You talk to
doesn't
me
pay
about it all the
attention to
time.
what you say.
It's true. He doesn't. Horrible listener.
I get a new blood curse.
We're level 18 now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What was I doing?
You were going to make your character as badass as you possibly can. That's what you were doing.
I already
Damn.
did that.
Tobias has got 180 hit points. Shit.
Man, could not be me. I'm at 191.
Gosh. What's my bonus?
Oh, I
What's
almost
my
rolled a
feature?
d20 for. I almost rolled a d20 for my dice instead of a d8. Okay.
What feats do I have?
All the feet.
Every
Ooh,
single.
I get supreme healing. But I got that at 17. Never mind. I get nothing at 18.
Oh, damn. I forgot I had blind sense. I gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws, and then the other ones, if I'm able to hear, you're aware of any location of a hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you. That's pretty good.
Feet level 2.
So if it says within its range, does that mean like the range of its weapon or its attack, or is that within its movement?
What do you mean?
What is
So
What's it say?
the creature immediately makes one final weapon attack against a target of your choice within its range.
Yeah, so whatever weapon it's using.
So
it's
not
a melee
movement.
weapon.
Just,
No, not movement.
Okay.
The range of its weapon. If it has a bow, then it's, or a weapon, a
Okay.
melee weapon, or a...
Can that be, so it says one weapon attack, can that be like a bite or a claw?
Yeah.
Mara, are you a full blood hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Swamp Thing, yeah. She's a full blood hunter.
Swizzy. Tobias is the man.
Okay, do we want to... I can bind a creature so it can't run away. I can... If the creature dies, I can make it attack something one time.
Dude, if it's dead, you can make it attack?
Yeah, so as a
That's
reaction, if the creature
awesome.
falls to 0 hit points, I can make it attack. Its final thing is it attacks one time, but it's within range.
Something
So it have to be two enemies.
A creature of your
range.
choice or an enemy of your choice?
Yeah,
Or target of your
target of
choice.
my choice. Yeah.
Coup de grace yourself. Fail
How do you
your
know
saving
if-
throw.
I don't understand. How do you know if you gained your proficiency bonus in your wisdom save? Oh, you add them together. Yeah. Oh.
It should do it automatically in D&D Beyond, right?
Well, I know, but sometimes I've caught D&D Beyond not doing that, so I always double check.
Is
Oh, I have an override. Why do I have an override? That's
Quellish
why.
a caster?
Is what?
Quellish a caster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
He's a artificer, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's an artificer, so he has casting ability.
So I can give a creature disadvantage on con saving throws to maintain concentration.
Sweet.
Wait.
Should I pick that one?
Wait, which one do you have to?
Say it again.
The creature gets disadvantage on the next con saving throw it takes to maintain concentration.
Oh, that might be a good one.
Did he cast any spells that required concentration?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know, because we haven't fought him.
What other ones do you have to pick from?
So the fallen puppet, where it makes another attack. Binding, where they can't move. What is this one? Anxious.
Binding might be good.
Charisma
Well, the
checks
con
have
save might-
advantage.
The con save might work because, I mean, knowing Jason, he's probably going to have some pretty wicked, shit. But he'll probably also have legendary resistances and legendary
Blah,
blah blah blah. I
I
mean,
can also give
kill us.
the last time we saw him, he showed up on a lich dragon, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can also
undead
give a
dragon.
creature disadvantage on strength and dex checks. So depending on
That
what
might work.
spells
That
you
might
got-
good. That might be good
That might
because
be good for that undead dragon.
anything that binds that they'd get a disadvantage, and anything like an area effect spell is their dex.
Yeah.
So that would be really good because we could blender them.
That's true.
Bone blender.
And they take necrotic damage, but
Draco Lich Bone Blender.
into necrotic. So if you guys have spells that they need strength or dex checks on, and you let me know, I can use this one and give them disadvantage on that.
I've become a first level magic user now. I'm just kidding. That would be funny.
You take a 1 level in sorcerer or druid,
Warlock,
or
and then have
Warlock.
Zarel be my.
Hexblade.
No, I'll have Zarel be my
I'll be your patron.
my patron. It would suck though. I'd be like,
Oh, I
cast a
already
magic missile.
have one that gives them disadvantage. Okay, so I already have the disadvantage on the strength and dex. So do we want to have disadvantage on con, or do we want to keep them so they can't move?
I think sometimes once we get them places, they want to try to escape.
So
When
should
we get them
bind
down to low hit points, they always try to leave. But I don't know. They
They
might just
already-
be able to teleport and stuff. So maybe
Well,
yeah,
so
do the con.
they already can't teleport because I have my tethering.
Okay, cool.
So they already can't teleport or plane shift or anything like
I
that.
think a disadvantage on their concentration might be good.
Okay.
A con saving.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Disadvantage on you. Disadvantage on your cow.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. What
I
is
figured
this?
it
What did I
out.
get?
Yeah, me and Cybot's we're gonna destroy shit.
Nice.
Ooh.
I have 20 con now.
If I drop to 0, I don't die. I come back to 1 if I have a Crimson Right left.
Oh, sweet.
So now I have 3 autosaves.
Damn, we're close to maxing out here.
What level are you guys now?
18.
18.
18.
And there are at least 2 more milestones ahead of the main arc. So there's a good
You
chance.
Do this.
You
Side
might make
quest.
20.
Hit 20.
I got a 10 on my die!
We're gonna go back and go ahead and take care of that island before we do anything else.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. Side quest. It's not.
Side
I'm not
quest.
procrastinating.
I have
Not procrastinating, it's a
244
side
hit
quest.
points.
We look at the message board in the inn. Is there anything good like
Yeah. any
dungeon needs to be
jobs
cleared out of
opening?
giant rats?
I want to do that. I want a dungeon crawl. I want like a level 5 dungeon crawl and just a
Can we
Right,
go
like,
do like a
hey,
level
come
one
on,
thing?
let's go
Just
take
be
care of
hey,
this
it's a
one.
milestone.
Like, they're never gonna do it. We look for another
Hey,
one on
remember
the board.
that time we were supposed to kill that kobold tribe and we never did?
That's right. Let's go back and take care of that shit.
Go back and take care of that.
As you
Like-
go back to take care of that, you see this giant effigy of a kobold god, and there are at least 10,000 kobolds arrayed around the city of Port Zune
We
as
attack.
the invasion force launches
Yeah.
its attack.
Yeah, see? Damn, I knew we should have went there. The bullywugs are all over the place now.
Alexandra, we leveled, so she can pick her sheet.
Wipe every bullywug off the face of the earth. God,
Hey, that was a
annoying.
different game.
I know.
Are we long resting?
Yeah.
We already did.
Yeah.
Long drunken resting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are going to end up waking up at like 9 o'clock at night.
No, we keep sleeping.
Right in time to party more.
Oh, that's right. We could party into the wee hours of the morning.
Let's not.
Let's play
that
quarters.
takes-
Let's play coppers. Drink. Badink. Drink. That's good. All right.
Well, with your guys' sleight of hand and your dex checks, you could be drinking all night long.
We can make other people drink. We'll get fire drunk.
No,
Maybe
Fire
she'll
is
go off to
watching-
somebody's room. Meow. Meow.
Fire's watching your back.
What's wrong with my back?
Closely. Hey, what blood curses do you have now, Mara?
I picked up Blood Curse of the Binding, which basically means they can't run away.
Wow.
Where'd it go?
I got advantage on my wisdom saving throws.
Where'd it go?
Well, I get my proficiency bonus added to my wisdom saving throws. So that's pretty cool.
I'm sad. I got a spell slot
I got a spell slot.
or a prepared spell. I got another prepared spell.
And I got a rock.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown's freaking Halloween over here with fire. I got a blood curse. I got advantage on my wisdom saving throws. I got a rock.
Oh no! Just kidding. I didn't pick up that one. I changed my mind. We did Blood Curse of the Muddled Mind, which is if a creature I can see within 30 feet is concentrating on a spell or a feature that requires concentration, they have disadvantage on their next con saving throw it takes to maintain concentration.
Might
Nice.
be good for the old
If
Draco.
I
ledge.
amplify it, then they have disadvantage on all con saving throws until my next turn. So every time they get hit, they have disadvantage if I want to amplify the curse.
Just sounds
Nice,
mean.
God-like
Yes,
saving
well,
throw.
to amplify the curse, I have to damage myself. I have to give myself a D10.
Oof. Well, you know, if you only have 3 hit points left, that could be rough.
Except now that I'm level 18, if I drop to 0, but I have a blood right left, I come back to 1.
Oh, so you got that orky ability. Resilience or whatever it's called. You basically
Yeah.
die but come back.
I wonder what it's called here.
I can see any hidden or... What does it say?
Right revival.
Almost terrified to ask what Dyson and Asborn got.
Oh, me? My con is just 20 now. That's it.
Oh, well.
I
Bucket
started
of hit
multi-classing,
points.
so I'm a bit weaker.
Oh, that's true. Dyson, what is a level 18 wizard sork or whatever you built?
I'm just
What?
a wizard. I just got 2 more than 9th level spells. That's it.
Oh, just
Yeah,
two more
just
ninth
2
level
more,
spells.
yeah.
2
you
more
know.
9th level spells, is that what you said? To
Yeah.
3
Yes,
9th levels?
yes.
Jesus.
You know.
I have a funny idea with one of them too. A very funny idea.
That does not sound like a funny idea for us.
That doesn't sound like
No,
a plan.
I
on
love
the
it.
part.
I love it. We
Participate in.
created...
Do it now. Let's
Come on,
go
man, we-
find the island. That's our next course of action.
We created a Cuisinart spell. Come on.
That was pretty bomb.
That was bomb. It's
That was
raining
pretty bomb.
blood. Soak it up.
So
Like picking pieces out of our stuff.
Yeah, like half an eyeball
We-
fell on me.
get together, and he says it's time to go after the island.
We're
Then
bad.
I'm gonna try and. I'm gonna
We
try
are
and find
murder
the island.
hobos. I swear
We
to God.
are murder hobos. Yeah.
I murder the right people.
That's true. We
different.
try to at least. We lit a whole
Except for
town
you,
on
you're
fire.
An asshole. There's just random ass pirates that are like struggling to survive. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
Tobias.
They shouldn't have asked for half my money.
We want
50%?
we want
Really?
our share of the treasure, and yeah.
I invested it in shipping conglomerations and matter of fact, I'm probably making a profit off those stone deliveries right now. The magic
Maybe.
stones that are getting delivered everywhere. I'm probably making a percentage off that right now. Admiral Tobias and his evil twin. Now, let me ask you something. Did it split my personality? Like, is
is
all
a
my
mirror-
evil in that one?
It is a mirror image of yourself, except it just looks a little off. Like it's
Okay.
it's you.
It's like a copy of
whatever
a copy of a
happens-
copy. All right.
Whatever happens to you happens to it. Whatever happens to it happens to you.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's not separate from you, so it doesn't think for itself.
Correct.
I know that.
It doesn't even think for you.
Yeah, but I could decide which one I'm playing.
To a degree, you could do that.
So I could talk to you as the evil Tobias, or I could talk to you as the good
But
Tobias.
both talk. Both
Yeah,
talk
but
at the
both
same
talk.
time.
But I could, you know.
I mean,
He sounds
a
like
little bit of
this.
column
No, I was kidding.
A.
Did you know there's something I need to show you here?
We're
Oh,
gonna
don't worry
have a
about the
whisper
fire in the
off.
bucket. It's perfectly
That's
fine.
right. We'll have a talk like this. We'll have a talk like this.
So after your guys' long rest, some study and some careful moral self-reflection about letting out a betrayer god and making a deal with another betrayer god to go deal with even yet another chaotic betrayer god.
What are we doing here? What? Did you ever think in a million years this was what we'd be? Way back then when you're like, I'm going to have a game. You didn't know we were going to be all fucked up, did you?
Well, I mean, I knew me.
Yeah, I was really disappointed you weren't a murderer.
I'm not a murderer.
That's just me. I am.
Apparently.
Not by my own hand, though. I just manipulate. Accidentally light towns on fire. Let the
So I get
Admiralty
that-
know about some pirates that are
So I
plaguing the
get that
area.
The Spader ripped his son out of me for like temporarily though, because it's not gone. The curse isn't gone, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
He's gone.
Not
I thought he didn't
temporary.
have the power to do that.
You gave him the power falsely. And he did it, which means what he's contained is going to eventually fail and perish. And he's going to be one pissed off betrayer god.
That
You
sounds
should've
like
listened to me
Bison's
instead of calling me
problem.
fucking
And he's
idiot,
coming for
dumbass.
you.
Fucking dumbass
Wait.
idiot. Should have listened to me
What
next
did
time.
Dyson say?
Should have listened to me. Well, listen. At least let me talk. You didn't let me talk. I would have hashed it out.
Well, you went up
See?
and you said she did.
I mean, he rolled a 2 + 7 for his insight. As far as he was concerned, you were telling the truth, and he decided to finish the pact.
He's gonna be
That's
so
no problem,
freaking
no.
pissed. Holy shit! You got him after your ass now, dude. You better.
Yeah, that was the best idea.
Oh man, he's gonna be like, what? Shit.
Excuse me, Despada, sir, my lord. We opened up the containment unit this morning, expecting the transference to be complete. It's basically a bucket of piss now. What would you like us to do? It'd be like a con moment. Thyson!
Yeah. And then like he just arbitrarily kills all his demon minions because he's pissed.
So since we did level up tonight, do we want to call it a little bit early so that when Sam gets back, you guys are kind of all starting on the same
Okay.
foot? I mean, we played the 2 hours. We got it.
Alright,
We
I
got you
get
guys out of hell. You learned a lot more about, the threat and what might be the next processes. So that when we come back with Sam, it'll be with Albin being back, because Albin's got a whole lore dump he wants to do now, because with you and your behavior and what you're about to tell him, there's going to be a lot more reveals about the Lathander bit. And I kind of feel like she's been very invested in the lore lately, and I'd feel really bad if she misses out on this next big lore dump, because this next big lore dump is going to give you guys choices to make. and you're probably going to have 2 or 3 choices to make. Each
I'm gonna make the
choice
wrong one.
will be a path to another milestone, but it'll also be deeper into the final portion of the arc. I'm pretty sure you guys are all going to be at level 20 during the 2-part boss battle that's going to be planned. I'm not worried about that. But I feel like if you don't know enough when you get into that boss battle, you know, Exandria is going to cease to exist. I'm just saying. But, you know.
Hell, you know, that
And
happens all the time. We'll just have to redo it over again. Hey, it would be really funny.
Rude.
Is like at the end, it's like, okay, you guys wash ashore on an island. What? It's starting all over again?
And gripped in the hand of Tobias is a coloring book.
Yeah.
This time. this time around. It failed. It made it this time around.
That's right. We're in a time loop. Okay.
We're gonna call it early because we want Sam back for next week for when we.
Sam's asking for updates. I'm like trying to fill her.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot.
damn,
There's a
I
lot. So with that, everyone,
nothing happened.
We're gonna say you good night early because I really I want Sam for this. And from this point on, if anybody has to miss a session, we're not going to be playing. We could no longer play without people because everything from this point on is the final stretch and the final bit of this story and this nearly 2-year, 2-month campaign that we've been playing. So
looking at you, Asborn.
Yeah,
What
Asborn.
do you mean? I literally got banished to Hawaii. I can't stop that.
I will be gone on July 19th.
Okay, that'll be a day off unless we that we're definitely
And
gonna
before then.
finish by then, but it'll be a day off. We'll play it on the 19th. Be a day off
5,
for
12,
sure.
19, 26. Should be nothing.
Okay.
Unless like I have surgery or something.
Surgery? Really? You bring that up now?
I mean, I don't
this whole
know
thing
if
with
we're doing it anytime
eyeballs.
soon. We're still getting opinions from different doctors, but
And
it
what
won't
are-
be anytime soon for the next few months.
And what surgery are we having? You're not dying, are you? I
No,
hope
it's
not.
just my eyes. I might go
Oh,
blind. Just
yeah,
you know.
you might. Yeah, they
No,
have to
you don't need
reattach
those.
So
They
I
have
need,
to reattach your retinas.
yeah, the muscles.
Yeah,
That and,
I think
like,
you
LASIK.
talked about that before. I think didn't you?
Yeah, it got a lot worse recently.
Is that why you wear the big glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that whenever you're looking at me, I bet I look blurrily gorgeous. So I appreciate that for
Oh,
sure.
it's clear. It's just I see 2 of you, so it's even better.
Oh,
He says the same thing about my vision, though. So you know.
well, between Callista's vision and hearing, I cannot go wrong. I mean, I look stunning, and everything I say sounds perfect.
Oh my
There you
god.
go.
Absolutely.
The perfect situation.
Absolutely.
And she can't remember anything that I said within about 20 minutes. So it is
That's not
51st
true.
51st dates on steroids for sure.
I mean,
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out
All
with
right.
us tonight. We're going
All
to
right.
finish a little bit short. We will be back here next week with Samara. And we are now in the final arc. We're only 2 milestones away from the completion of the story. The level 20 event of these folks getting to level 20. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you Saturday, Sunday, or next Monday or next Tuesday. The schedule's the schedule. And, you know, bye, everybody. Stay safe.
bye.
Be
Bye.
kind and play
Play a game.
I think so.
It's important to your mental health. I promise you.